Start this hour with a developing story. A cash van has been bombed in Sidlamafa in Mpumalanga. Police say a group of 10 men attacked the van. For more on this, from Mbombela, Mpumalanga Police Spokesperson Colonel Mtsholi Bhembe. Colonel, good afternoon to you. What further details can you give us then?
All right, good afternoon to you, Jeremy, and the listeners. Maybe let me just correct something. The cash van was not even blasted. The suspects couldn't have time even to blast the van, okay? So what essentially happened is that the cash van was en route, was traveling along the road. Then when a silver BMW, as well as a white Toyota Park, a single cab, accosted it. So the driver tried to evade these two attacking vehicles that were full of men, armed men, plus minus 10 to 15. In the process, the driver reportedly, or rather let me say the security van got involved in a collision with a private sedan of civilians, and two people sustained some injuries that had to be treated at hospital. So in the process, then the attacking suspects managed to catch up with the party or with the cash van, and they managed to disarm the security officials and take away the car's keys. But before they could proceed with their evil deeds, the speedy reaction by the police ensured that all their efforts were then thwarted. The suspects had then to flee from the scene empty-handed.
So, Colonel, approximately how many people are you looking for right now? Does that figure of 10 still remain?
Yes, we're looking at between 10 to 15, because there were about, the silver BMW was full, about 4 to 5 people, and the rest were in the party, at the back and in the front seat. So we're looking for a group of about 10 to 15 people.
Was this a particularly isolated road, Colonel?
Yeah, you can say that. It's one of the, yes, you know, especially in those areas, those are more of our rural areas. You know, the route to, we call it Kamtushwa, to the other trust that side, Langeluop, is a very, you can say, yes, it is an isolated route, because it's one of the rural areas in our province.
And Colonel Bhembe, this is not the first incident of a cash-in-transit vehicle being attacked. I'm assuming that police in your province are becoming increasingly worried about this.
I think you will or you will not agree with me that this thing of the cash-in-transit highs is becoming a national problem, not only in Mpumalanga, but other provinces as well. We are doing something about this, show the seriousness. For example, the Provincial Commissioner of the Police, Lieutenant General Montezuma, assembled a special team to make sure that they deal with this. And we are making inroads. We are having people that are being arrested. And it's just that, as you know, these things can be throughout the whole province at the same time. And what seems to be the problem is that it seems that there are a lot of these gangs, you know, that they are related, but it's not only one gang, but a lot of gangs. Some will be hitting in Limpopo, they will move through, you know, inter-provinces. But we are doing something about this. We are giving it attention, seeing that it has been a thorn in the flesh, especially in the past weeks.
So you're suggesting they're very well organized. What do you think is behind it then? Who's running these gangs?
Sorry, can you repeat your question, please?
I say, you're saying to me this is very well organized. I'm wondering to myself then who might be running these gangs. How good is your crime intelligence in that respect?
Yeah, you know that state resources, we do have state resources, but you know, each and every time the resources are there, there's always a limitation. As far as we do get the necessary intelligence, and we do then plan according to that. But you must know that whenever we build intelligence, there is also counterintelligence. Sometimes you find that the agents that you are relying on for information will sometimes give you wrong information. They will tell you of the cash-in-transit heist take place. Yes, the cash-in-transit heist would be planned for that particular day, but sometimes they will divert attention and give you the wrong direction, so that you redirect all resources deliberately so to a wrong place, so that they can have, you know, just a free ride at the targeted place. But of course, we are engaging all our contacts, and crime intelligence has their hands full and trying to fight this scourge of crime.
And Colonel Bhembe, what advice then are police giving to the cash-in-transit companies in terms of the way in which they're preparing, in terms of the routes that they're following?
Yeah, what we would say is the police is that, number one, they should make sure that they resource their operations fully, their resource, that there is always patrol or that at any given moment they make sure that these vehicles are escorted accordingly, by the right number of people. For example, you can't say, for example, you have an escort vehicle, only the driver, he has to do if he has to shoot, he has to shoot, he has to do the driving. So it must be an escort vehicle with the necessary number of people that can be able to engage the suspects whenever there is a shooting or something. And we say that wherever possible, they must inform the nearest station or at least the provincial office to say we are going to be having these routes, we are going to be traveling these routes at this time on this particular day, so that we can be able to keep also a visibility and make sure that our teams are actually handy, so that anything happens within those routes at any given time, we are ready to respond.
So you raised two questions there, Colonel. The first is, are you suggesting that the security companies themselves are simply understaffed and they're not able to provide enough people on those routes? And leading on from that, are police in your province well capacitated enough to actually provide the quick service that you're suggesting should these happen again?
Like I said again, resources are always scarce under normal circumstances at any given moment. No one or no institution can tell you that we've got enough resources. Yes, resources are there, but now it has to do with the management and the application of those resources strategically. Yes, I do agree that at times you'll find that the security companies' operations or the way the procedures they continue or they go about leave a lot to be desired. For example, some of them, I'm not going to mention names, some of them you find that they do from time to time or are reasonably making sure that their operations are fully resourced, so that whenever there is anything that comes by, they're able to respond with us as well as the police giving backup. But others, yes, of course, you'd find that when you look at the situation, the way the cash transit heist was carried out, you'll find that the same modus operandi, the two maybe poor security officials, the driver and the we call it the passenger or the escort, or not the escort, but the person, the companionship on the side. You find that the two people, and then there's no escort vehicle, there was nothing, and those that are giving a problem. But yes, others, sometimes you'll find that there is an escort, sometimes even an advanced vehicle to make sure that, these things are vetted.
But what I'm also hearing from you, Colonel, is that some security companies could very well be cutting corners. Is that what you're saying to me?
Yes, definitely. I can say that yes, some are cutting corners, maybe trying to save money or, but others really are investing, and we applaud and we really appreciate that those that are doing everything in their power to make sure that they circumvent, they prevent these things. We really are giving an appreciation from our side as the police.
All right, Colonel Mtsholi Bhembe speaks for police in Mpumalanga. Thank you.